Essentially, countries that are affected by climate and fragility receive significantly less climate finance compared to other nations. One of the key challenges is that climate finance flows are biased towards countries that have greater absorptive capacity. What that essentially means is that climate finance goes not to places and to people who are most vulnerable and need them, but to countries which have a greater ability to plan, mobilize, and spend that climate finance.
Climate finance is not flowing to countries that are affected by conflict and fragility for a whole host of reasons. I will say that on the side of the funders, the financiers, there is still a lot of risk aversion. Some of it is there are actual real challenges that need to be addressed, but some of it is also risk perception, and that's because of how we're used to be working when we do climate adaptation programming and development programming in general.
Countries that are affected by conflict and fragility have eroded institutional structures and systems as well as their capacities, so they don't have the capacity that it takes to access climate finance or to spend it effectively. From our work in countries like Somalia and Chad, we have seen that climate finance does not flow through national systems, but what that also means is that we don't allow these countries to build their own capacity to absorb and deliver climate finance.
I think one big change to address the conflict blind spot in climate financing is for funders to create envelopes of funding for these countries, because once you do that, then there is an additional incentive for you to find ways to work in this kind of environments. In the COP28, we've seen the signing of a declaration to basically commit the signatories, and I think so far there have been 93 governments and 40 plus organizations that have already signed up to this declaration. It commits them to take bolder actions in order to address the conflict blind spots in climate finance. COP29 is going to be crucial in terms of determining a new global goal on climate finance called the New Quantified Collective Goal on Climate Finance, which is going to be substituting or replacing the current existing goal of the 100 billion that are to be mobilized every year from rich countries to countries in the global south.
Helping countries to build their financial management capabilities will ensure that we get climate finance to people and places that need them the most.